I'm so DareNFT. We are the NFT protocol. We built NFT 2.0 protocol for true Web3 game and metaverse. And I personally joined crypto space from 2007, and we have 5 people in core teams, and I myself background quantum computing. I studied 10 years ago in Keio University in Japan, and then came back to Vietnam. I outsourcing company, and for now, the NFT is the first company of mine. Okay, so let me check the slides. Uh,
Perfect.
can you?
Yes, we can.
So today I will introduce about the NFT protocol. We have learned a lot from the first generation of NFT game called Try to Earn, both bad and good size. They often require users to pay a big upfront cost to start the game, and also users to buy crypto using, which is a high barrier for people who only want to. Yes, and there's no true ownership because the NFT stores nothing except ID and owner. All metadata is stored on the server of the game. It means when the game shuts down, the NFT itself shows nothing. From a game studio point of view, issuing fungible token is just a burden. It's very hard to control. And at the good side, we can see that NFT enables revenues from secondary market for game studios through marketplace fee or royalty on ordinary and monetize, and retail investors can join. And finally, new distribution and uh, development method community could save a lot of cost. And on the other hand, the Web3 game for over the last few Web2 games are facing some big problems. For example, only 3 to 5% of users really pay, high churn rate, high user acquisition cost, and high file rate. And the growth rate is only at 4.3% a year. Uh, so the game studios want something that can help them to increase player base, lowering acquisition development, and new way to make it, but it must be sustainable model. And so we propose a more free to own, which is the combination of free to play and blockchain. The model has 4 stages. At the first stage, people come to play game for free, as in free to play. And at the second stage, game can offer them to own NFT for free as well. So why should game give up a big INO mystery sales? Because at the third stage, they can benefit royalty from secondary market of NFT trading, and every time occurs, studio has a cut. So to here, you can see that Steam is doing exactly the same thing. So the model seems proven. They just don't use that mistake, because within Web2 and Web3 game is at the fourth stage. That is when the NFTs comes out, other DApps can customize and build up utility for the NFT permissionlessly, so the NFT can also be used in many games, many other games and the apps. the model can totally solve the play-to-earn problem and very friendly to players and studios. For players, they see that no upfront cost to play game, no crypto knowledge required until monetizing the NFT, and unprecedented in-game and inter-game experience. And last but not least, the true ownership. I will explain this in detail in the next slide. But for the game studio, they can see that they can explore new revenue stream of royalty, keep existing customer journey and revenue stream, and save marketing costs and development costs. How they can do that, I will explain in NFT use case details later. And issuing fungible token is just optional. We believe that with only NFT, we can still build the economics of NFT game without fungible token. And so the NFT 2.0 has um, uh, three main characteristics. And so the first one is dynamic. The metadata is stored on chain and can be updated because game items can change over time. So the NFT should be dynamic. The second is composable, means the NFT can be used in a game and can be used in another game or verse as well. This makes the NFT live in the metaverse, and this also makes true ownership. The bit let's think a little bit. The difference between renting a house and owning a house is you don't have to ask the original owner permission for upgrading your house, right? So same here. The existing NFTs are immutable, so no one except the creator can change the NFT. So that's why we think NFT 2.0 must have composable characteristic to be to enable true ownership in Web3. And the third one is derivative, means NFT can generate new derivative NFT, which brings some of the original utilities within a time frame. For example, the original NFT can be used in verse A and verse B. Then it can generate two new NFT A and NFT B, which can respectively use in verse A and verse B. Each NFT can be given to different owners until expiration. And very important is one thing very important is and the NFT 2.0 is totally ARC 721 compatible. It means that it can be traded on any existing marketplace like OpenSea or Y2. Okay. So I will explain details. Sorry.
Sorry, yeah, this was going to be my question, was about your initial use cases for the NFT, or what the initial NFTs are going to look like. Are they going to be skins? Are they going to be user data? But it looked like that was the next slide.
Yeah, okay. I will introduce about the NFT to use case in this slide. So you want to hear?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So the first use case is in the in-house ecosystem. Means one game studio often has many games. If they can let new games use the NFT from the existing one, then they can both save acquisition costs and keep loyalty of users. So you get this. So the second use case is inter-game tournament. Tournament in the metaverse. The NFTs now can move between different games, opening up possibilities for inter-game tournaments. Like in Thailand, players can bring along the NFTs between the games to increase their achievement. Anyone can be tournament host and monetized by open registration for everyone just with just $5, for example, and only have to give prize to the best 3 players. Game attract more users and retention without spending any cost. Like the players go to play the tournament, they play the game A and they also play the game B. So the game B attract new users without spending any cost. And the third is rental NFT. If game use NFT 2.0, they can enable rental economics right away without implementing it in the game. Like Axie Infinity, they have scholarship, and people often say that it is like rental, but it's not really rental at access level. It's account level rental. But if people just want to rent one or two NFT, not all the NFTs in that account. So our NFT standard enables the NFT level rental. It's yeah, and there's also many others you guys like on-chain asset management, selective error, UGC enable lights off, returnable marketplace, vampire tag, optional royalty launchpad, and brand co-marketing, and many more use case. But it will take time, so maybe I will skip it first and go to the next slide. And if you want me to explain any of this, I will go back later. Okay. Because most of Web2 games don't know how to deal with a blockchain protocol, so we build up full stack service around the core protocol to let game to implement free-to-own model without blockchain coding in just 2 weeks. And so the product suites include the RESTful API to mint, burn, update NFT, and the display business is console for developers config and monitor system with UI. The NFT to scan is like Etherscan, a public service for scanning through the protocol, and help creator mint NFT 2.0 with UI. And display includes the rental marketplace, launchpad, and tournament for NFT owner. So because why we make this product suits, because we know that even game understand about the benefits of free-to-own model, but they don't really have they don't have enough Web3 know-how to implement it, and even if they know it, they must spend big cost and time, really time consuming, and security is also a problem. And the last but not least is integrity. Means that the NFT they create may only use in their own system, not in the open metaverse. So that's why we built up the product suites to support traditional Web2 game to transform to Web3.
Duke, who do you envision being your sort of initial customer list using these apps?
Yeah, we are having 2 games integrating in our testnet, and we have another games on the waitlist.
Got it. And I mean, are these new games people are developing? Are they existing games that have been around for a couple of years that are making the transition into Web3? What do you envision the sort of the concentration of your customer base being?
The game we integrating now is the new game, but the game studio is has several years of experience develop Web2 games. Most of all of them are Web2 traditional Web2 game. No one is Web3 game only.
Got it. Okay.
So this is a bit the flywheel. But okay, maybe you will want to know about the business model canvas. So how we what we provide with what is our value proposition? Firstly, we framework for game studio to fully transform to Web3 within 2 weeks and 10x cheaper. And we reduce the marketing cost for game studio by keeping players royalty. And the revenue stream, how we make money, we make money from protocol fee. It means when anytime every time the end user want to update or mint the NFT 2.0 in our protocol, they will pay a micro transaction, micro fee. So end user is the one who will pay for us. But our business model is B2B2C. It means game will integrate our protocols and they will onboard the end user customer for us. Yeah, and also besides a protocol fee, we can also have fees in service fee, in integration fee, API request fee, and launchpad fee. Like if they still want to IDO, INO, or making tournaments, we can still provide a service through their play business to support them, and we will charge them a little amount of fee. Yeah, and we have many kinds of key partners like venture capitals who is investing in many games. They can introduce us to their games they investing, and the game studios, the third-party marketplace, the gaming guilds, DAOs, NFT creators, brand consultants, and NFT aggregators, and launchpad. Many, all of them our potential key partners. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I will stopping here. So because it's quite long. So
I have a couple of questions. I'm interested to know, as you're marketing to these partners that you mentioned, when we talk to other game developers or people who are building applications that are going to be marketed to game developers, there's this concern that Web3 gaming still doesn't have a big following, and it's even eschewed by traditional Web2 gamers to some extent, such that we talk to companies that don't even they're effectively building building products that are effectively a Web3 gaming product, but they don't mention anything about NFTs or wallets or anything else because they don't want to be associated with Web3 gaming. Do you, I guess, when you're going out and marketing to these key partners, or as you're going to, is that a concern? And how do you, what has your experience been in terms of the receptivity of gamers wanting to play Web3 games over the past 6 months or so? Has it grown? Are people, and also are your partners, are they trying to keep the presence of an NFT or a wallet sort of hidden, or are they wanting to attract Web3 gamers as opposed to the traditional Web2 gaming community?
Okay. All of our game partners, which are integrating our NFT protocol, they agree with us that they is really like cherishing the game. They will not attract user by NFT or something Web3 crypto related. They would just they onboard users by fun, right? Like a game is fun for fun, so they try to benefit monetize from in-app purchase and advertising like as usual. And NFT is just a new part and plus to the game. And for the game who just want to play to firstly come to join and play for fun. They don't even know they are using an NFT game.
Okay.
And we only work with game experience game studios who is already successful in Web2 game.